Have you ever paused in your busy day to ask yourself, what's the real purpose of all this? We rush through life chasing goals, ticking off to-do lists and trying to stay ahead, but have you ever wondered if there's a deeper meaning to it all? A force, a power, something greater that's behind the scenes guiding us? That's where God comes in. For many, God isn't just an abstract concept or a distant figure. God plays an active, powerful role in our daily lives, whether we realize it or not. This isn't about religion or rules, it's about understanding how a higher power can shape and influence who we are, how we think, and what we do. Let's explore this deeper and look at how God plays a role in our lives and how understanding this can change everything. God is the guiding force. First things first, what does it really mean for God to play a role in our lives? For many, God is a guiding force, someone who leads us, even when we feel lost. Whether you call it intuition, a gut feeling, or divine intervention, there are moments in life where we get this nudge to go in one direction or another. These small, quiet whispers of all feelings are often seen as God's guidance. Imagine you're at a crossroads in life, unsure of which way to go. You pray, you think, and suddenly you feel a sense of clarity that you didn't have before. It's not a coincidence. It's God giving you direction, helping you make decisions, and nudging you in the right direction. God helps us navigate life in a way that brings peace, purpose, and meaning. Sometimes it's subtle, other times it's undeniable. God in the struggles. Life isn't always easy. In fact, it can be tough. We face challenges, we hit roadblocks, and we encounter obstacles that feel impossible to overcome. But here's the thing, God is there in the struggles. It's in those moments when everything feels like it's falling apart that we often find the most strength, the most clarity, and the most growth. God doesn't promise us a life without hardship. Instead, He promises to walk with us through those hard times. When you're going through pain or loss, it's easy to feel like you're alone. But the truth is, God is there with you, holding you up when you feel weak. This is where faith becomes crucial. It's the belief that even in your darkest moments, there's a purpose and a lesson to be learned. Think about the times when you faced adversity and somehow found the strength to push through. You might not have seen it at the time, but that inner strength came from the support of something greater than yourself. God gives us the resilience we need to overcome challenges and become stronger in the process. God in our relationships. One of the most powerful roles God plays in our lives is in our relationships with others. God teaches us about love, compassion, and forgiveness. When we open our hearts to these qualities, we are able to build deeper, more meaningful connections with the people around us. In friendships, family, and romantic relationships, God serves as the ultimate example of unconditional love. When we strive to live out those principles, love, kindness, understanding, we experience the transformative power of God's influence. Even when relationships are tough, God helps us find the patience and understanding to work through challenges with others. We can also turn to God for guidance when our relationships need healing. Sometimes we don't know how to fix things or how to forgive, but God offers us the wisdom to know when to let go, when to forgive, and when to rebuild. God's role in our relationships is about teaching us how to love better, how to forgive, and how to be compassionate toward others, even when it's hard. Thank you for being here. Before we continue, I just want to take a moment to thank you for taking the time to read through this and explore the role God plays in our lives. I appreciate you for engaging with this content and reflecting on how this concept might apply to your own life. It's like whether you're struggling with a difficult situation, feeling uncertain about your path, or just seeking a sense of peace, God's presence is there to guide you. You don't have to have all the answers or figure everything out on your own. Sometimes it's okay to simply trust that there's a higher power looking out for you, and that's enough. God as the source of strength and peace. Have you ever had a moment of absolute peace, where everything just felt right, even though the world around you was chaotic? Those moments aren't accidents. That's God's peace, settling in and reminding you that everything will be okay. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and stress, God is our refuge. We turn to him for comfort, for guidance, and for the strength to keep going. It's in those quiet moments of reflection or prayer that we can tap into a sense of calm and reassurance. The world might be spinning out of control, but in God we find the peace that passes all understanding. In the same way, when life seems overwhelming, God offers us the strength to endure. Whether we're dealing with emotional pain, physical exhaustion, or personal loss, God strengthens us. It's that divine power that gives us the courage to keep moving forward when we feel like we can't take another step. The bigger picture. We often get so caught up in the day-to-day hustle that we forget there's a bigger picture. Life isn't just about achieving success or checking off boxes. It's about fulfilling the purpose God has set for us. God plays a role in helping us discover that purpose, guiding us toward our true calling and showing us the path to fulfillment. When we step back and reflect on our lives from a spiritual perspective, we begin to see that there's more at play. Every experience, every challenge, and every success is part of a divine plan. A plan that helps us grow, learn, and become the person we were meant to be. God's ever-present love. At the end of the day, no matter what we go through, one thing remains constant: God's love. This love is unconditional, unwavering, and always available. In our highs and lows, God's love is a constant source of support and encouragement. Even in our most difficult moments, when we feel the most alone, God's love is there. It's a love that heals, comforts, and strengthens us. No matter what we face in life, we are never truly alone. And that is one of the most beautiful aspects of God's role in our lives.